Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Show. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, leave a comment. As you know, we do all of our Hurricanes content and coverage here, but in this particular video, we're going to hit on the national football landscape. So we're going to talk about the big games that are going on this week. And obviously, we start off with the Miami Hurricanes Florida State game. This won't be an FSU Miami video. It's just talking about the big games on tap this weekend. Miami, Florida State, 7:30 start, Tallahassee. We all know what's at stake. This is a huge game for both teams. For Florida State, if they lose, they're out of the college football playoff picture, period. Well, more than likely. And if Miami was to get upset, it would really put a monkey wrench into this season for the Hurricanes. They could win out and finish 11-1 and probably still make the college football playoff, but potentially would not make the ACC championship game because Virginia and Georgia Tech are undefeated in conference and have largely a cake schedule left this season. Neither team, Virginia obviously already played Florida State. Georgia Tech only plays NC State left on their schedule. The rest of Virginia's schedule is pretty much trash. I mean, opponents. Syracuse was good, but Syracuse has minus their quarterback now. So there's not a whole lot that can possibly knock them off. Georgia Tech probably should have lost last week to Wake Forest, but it didn't happen. So they had their, test with destiny and stuff like that last week. This is a big, big game for both teams. Bragging rights in Florida, state championship in Florida. Miami wins the state champs. Florida State wins their potentially the state champs because they still got to play Florida. But it's a big, big game, and we all know what's at stake, man. So that game is at 7:30. It is on what, ABC or ESPN? It's on ABC. So don't miss that game being, Kirk Herbstreit's on the call. Miami's a 4.5 point favorite. Obviously, I'm picking Miami. I got Miami 34-17. Another big game on the schedule is Alabama and Vanderbilt. That's a pretty sizable game. Vanderbilt is ranked number 16. Alabama's ranked number 10. Vandy's going into Bama. Last year, Bama lost to Vanderbilt for the first time. I don't know if it was ever or in forever. I'm not sure. I didn't look it up, so my apologies. Bama is an 11.5 point favorite. Bama's coming off of a big win over Georgia. I don't think that win over Georgia is as big a win as people think. I don't think Georgia's all that great. Vandy went into South Carolina when they're ranked 11th and knocked them off 31-7. They went into Virginia Tech and pretty much got the coach there fired, blew them out. Now, Virginia Tech isn't that great of a team this year, pretty much not a good team at all, if you ask me, just looking at them. What is their record? Their record is 2-3. But yeah, Virginia Tech's not that good, but Vanderbilt obviously has a good team this year. They put up a lot of points, and this should be a very, very competitive game. I think that number's a pretty big number considering what I've seen from Bama. I don't think Bama is that great of a football team. They're good, but this game does have implications for the SEC naturally. Last week people said if Bama lost to Georgia, it would pretty much knock them out of the college football playoff. I didn't think that then. Still don't think a loss knocks them out now. I don't think either situation because Vanderbilt's a good team this year, man. We can kill all the noise. They have a good squad. Just because people think you're not supposed to be there doesn't make you not have a good team. NIL has changed the landscape of college football across the board. So teams that you might not otherwise think are good teams can have a good squad and have a squad that can make some noise. And Vanderbilt's got that. You've got at 3:30. And by the way, in that game, I like Vanderbilt. I actually like Vanderbilt to win a close game. So I don't think Bama's all that. I don't think Bama is as good as people think they are. I really don't. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it. I think Vanderbilt's going to go out there and beat them again. You got Florida, Texas going to Florida. Texas is ranked 9th. This is a battle of two teams Texas is a 5.5 point favorite. A battle of two teams that don't have much of an identity right now. If Florida loses, Billy Napier is fired on Sunday. I cannot see this guy lasting. I cannot see them going to 1-4. I can't see it. I can't see them going 1-4 and this guy having a job. It just, I can't see it, man. And I know there's been some posts about how Florida can't fire him. Yeah, I don't buy that. I think if he loses to Texas at home, he gets fired. I think Florida's got to give DJ Lagway the ability to play, man. I think they really suffocated him a bit offensively. I'm not sure if that was a strategic thing or if Lagway just got scared playing the Hurricanes because he looked awful in that game. He looked I don't think he looked terrible the first few games. They lost two of them, but I don't think he looked terrible. The picks have to be corrected, sure, but those are correctable things. The dude threw for darn near 300 yards at LSU. He's a solid quarterback. He's athletic. He's physical. He's talented. Got to let him play, man. You got to let him go. If he doesn't get the job, he doesn't get the job done. But are you going to go down throwing swing passes on your home field versus Texas? Arch Manning has shown me nothing as a quarterback. Nothing. I don't buy the hype. I don't think he's that good. And I'm going to be real. I think Florida's going to win this game. I think Florida's going to surprise some people and win this game. On their home field, it's going to be hot as hell in the swamp, loud, obnoxious environment. Arch Manning has Arch Manning played a real road game yet? Oh, I'm sorry. He played at Ohio State, yeah, and looked like trash. He looked like trash. So, yeah, I didn't remember if that was at Texas or at Ohio State. So the first game of the year was at Ohio State. He looked terrible. Terrible, people. Then after that, he plays San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston State. And he looked like trash versus UTEP. He's flexing against Sam Houston State. Come on, man. And this is the game before they play Oklahoma. I'm upset that Oklahoma won't have John Mateer in that game because I think Oklahoma would break the Texas Longhorns over their leg. But I like Florida in this game. I do. I think DJ Lagway has a big day. I think Billy Napier lets him opens it up, and Lagway saves his job. That's what I'm looking at. I think there's another big game here. This is probably the one game left on Virginia's schedule where I could see them losing, because the rest of their schedule, I don't see a loss. They play at Louisville. Louisville is certain right now at 4-0. Virginia is a -5.5 in this game. I'm actually surprised to see them a road favorite at Louisville. I'm sorry. No, my bad. I misread. Louisville's a 6.5-point favorite. Oops, my bad. Virginia's ranked 24th. Louisville's undefeated. This is the one game left on Virginia's schedule that I think could be a problem for them. Because after that, it's Washington State, North Carolina, Cal. Cal is 4-1, but I don't think Cal's that good. Although that cross-country trip could cause them problems. Wake Forest, not that good. Duke, not good. And Virginia Tech, not very good. So I think this game and going to Cal across the country could be the games that end their ACC championship hopes. Louisville, on the other hand, undefeated right now, playing at home. At this point, Louisville has wins over Eastern Kentucky, James Madison, Bowling Green, and Pitt. What an impressive slate of games. 3 bums. Yes, 3 bums. I get it. James Madison is a good FCS school. I don't want to hear. Or are they in the FCS anymore? Are they now Division One? They moved to Division 1A. Okay, it used to be an FCS school. 3 bums and Pitt, and Pitt is 2-2, and Pitt has 2 wins over Duquesne and Central Michigan and lost to West Virginia and Louisville. I'm sorry, West Virginia and Louisville. Yeah. So I don't see much from Louisville's schedule that makes me think that they're going to win this game. It's a road game though, and playing in Louisville is always difficult. So if you gave me a thought, I mean, if you gave me a pick on this game, I'm probably leaning to Louisville simply because they're at home. Virginia is coming off of a very emotional home win, and is primed to have a letdown. I mean, Virginia played exceptionally well last week. So they have to replicate that type of performance on the road in a tough environment. And Virginia's only road game this season was at NC State, and they lost. So I like Louisville in a close game, but it wouldn't shock me if Virginia won because this is one of the two games that Virginia still has on schedule that could be a problem. Looking at the rest of the schedule on tap, there's not a whole lot left on here that's anything of significance. You do have you do have Boise State, Notre Dame. That's at Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a 21.5-point favorite. Boise State's 3-1. They're coming out. Their only loss was the opener versus South Florida. They've since beat Eastern Washington, Air Force, and Appalachian State. Nothing wholly impressive. I think Notre Dame wins this game big. Ashton Genty's no longer there. I think Notre Dame wins this game big. And the rest of the schedule, you got Michigan against Wisconsin, nothing special. Illinois at Purdue, Kentucky at Georgia, Iowa State at Cincinnati. What does Cincinnati got going? Cincinnati right now is 3-1. Only loss was against Nebraska. They got Iowa State as a 1.5-point favorite on the road. But Iowa State's ranked 14th, and they're 5-0 right now. So although I don't think they've played much of anyone either for the most part. I mean, I'm sorry, my bad. They beat Kansas State to open the season, so scratch that. I like Iowa State in that game. And that's really it. Like, there's not a whole lot left in the schedule this week. But of course, we're looking forward to the Miami Hurricanes Florida State game. Alabama, Vanderbilt. Those are the two big games on tap this weekend. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Once again, on Monday night, 9 p.m., we do our Hurricanes Unfiltered live, along with our college football recap for this past weekend's game. So be sure to follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Appreciate y'all. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.